these mystery signals from deep space. They keep bringing them up. Of course, they don't know where they're coming from every time. This goes back decades to SETI, where they had this huge array of satellites set up, stating they were waiting to get these signals from deep space. Then all of a sudden they were getting signals, but then they were nothing. They would get signals from all over the place, from the Pleiades, or from different star systems, but they would always check out to be nothing. Not what everyone was anticipating. Not, hello, we're here. Now, if they're already here, which is my belief, if you've missed my videos, how I've talked about history's mysteries, you can go to the good book itself, and it says how they landed on Mount Hermon. They came into the women of this planet, and they bore giants, the ones they called the Nephilim. And then they flooded this place out because it got so crazy. And they're still here. It's in my belief, this is what the elite of this planet worship. They believe they are the offspring, and the reason that they're in their seat is because they're taking their orders while these things hide behind man here on this planet. So the rest of this, reaching out into deep space looking for mystery signals, it's shenanigans. They're getting all kinds of communications. They're deciphering them, they're breaking them down, and there is an extraterrestrial highway out there in our solar system. Go look at LASCO 2, LASCO 3. Go out on a sunny day with no chemtrails. I know it's kind of hard these days. And block out the sun, and you will see these objects around the sun. I've shown it video proof. And other people out there are picking up their cameras and doing the same thing. Shout outs to Jennifer and others out there that have been catching these things on film, and they realize they are real. They are here. Whatever they are. And there's a difference in what's happening around us. Some of these things seem to be like corkscrews, light corkscrews. Others seem to be massive objects that are way out there around the sun. Other videos that I've shown. There's a reason why NASA doesn't show you the real-time footage from LASCO or the real-time footage from any of them. It's because if they did, you would quickly realize that there's stuff flying around everywhere. And if you stop and you think about it and you start to apply common sense again when looking at these frames of like LASCO 2, LASCO 3, it's the blue and the red one that have objects flying all around the sun. This is where you can watch the comets come in and go around the sun or dive into the sun, which I've shown in past videos. If you were to watch this every second in real time, you would realize these objects are everywhere. They're going to and from, in and out of the sun. And some of them are so massive, they're larger than this planet, as crazy as it sounds. Feeding off of the sun. We have caught the imagery. These things are tethering to the sun, feeding off of it in its energy. This is real, massive. That's how big and monstrous things are out there throughout the cosmos. And we're here locked in this little slave planet of Earth where the fallen ones were casted down and locked in, you see, and we're stuck here. And they're hiding behind the so-called elites of this planet. So when they're picking up mystery signals, there could be civilizations out there sending all types of information in. But if someone else is catching it and stopping it and not telling you what they're saying, well, then we've got big problems. You're never going to get the communication unless somebody gets lucky out there and's got some kind of home base that they've built up with all kinds of stuff where they can get lucky and pick up this signal beyond NASA or anyone else, and they can hurry up and get it out to the world. There could be all kinds of communications, and I find it hard to believe that they're not. I believe they're everywhere. Knowing frequency and vibration and everything that we know at this point, you also have to realize there is a language that is used throughout the cosmos. They now know this. This comes down to the sacred geometry, the Fibonacci, the golden mean. That is found in everything from your ear to a seashell to plants to space and the cosmos, the way whole galaxies unravel. All of it connected. And what they are doing with these devices in different places, not with this setup here, but with different types of setup, like CERN, is they are building technologies like the D-Wave that are like altars to communicating and tapping into other dimensions. This isn't conspiracy. This isn't a theory. These are the facts that come out of these scientists' mouths. Do your research. When it comes to D-Wave, they have repeatedly stated that with this machine, a quantum computer, it's not what people think it is. It allows them to tap into dimensions. Flat out. Would you go listen to some of these guys that are working on it and what they have to say? It's mind-blowing. What did Elon Musk say about AI? Using it, we're summoning the demon. If you mix around D-Wave's lettering and everything else, you get that exact name. Not O-N at the end, but E-N. You get the picture, though. It's the same point coming across. Same thing they said with CERN. What were they looking to do with CERN? They were looking to fold dimensions in on one another. Yep. And now they're looking at creating a super CERN, larger than the one that they've already got there. A huge one, in case you missed that as well. So they're taking these big steps in amplifying this. They're not waiting to get communication from someone in deep space. Aleister Crowley was tapping into these dimensions, and some of these goons ripped open portals and let entities in. And do your research on this, guys. Aleister Crowley had a little sigil that he made, which is like a symbol that he drew up, and it was for communication with the other side. Well, guess what that matches? Today's chips. It's insane. They match today's motherboard chips, computer chips, these high-grade chips that have been made here recently. They are exact replicas of Solomon's temple, of Herod's temple, of all these places. Now you know why they have their design. They knew this then. Aleister Crowley knew this. It was his form of communication with the other side. And now they're making your exact microchips in the exact same design. They are summoning the demon, just as Elon told the whole world. Just as many of these scientists have said over and over again. One of them even goes and says they're not evil, they're not this and that, they're like these old entities. And it's crazy how they try to describe this away and try to make it seem like it's okay of what they're doing here. This divination. This connecting in. And out of Revelation, a star fell down to the bottomless pit with the key to it where it unlocked it. And the locusts were let loose and everything else. Something gets unlocked. I believe we are in these times. And they're ready and on the cusp of unlocking something big in front of the whole world. It's already in motion. They have all the technology, the Project Bluebeam. They can canvas the sky. They can display whatever they want. They can make the whole world think an invasion's going down. They can do all these things. They have control of the masses through their TVs. Through every single thing that you think. Have you thinking that you're waiting on these little green men from deep space when the fallen ones have been here all this time, and life is just as expansive throughout the cosmos and different and diverse as it is here on planet Earth? You just so happen to be getting drowned out, being bogged down, held in a lower frequency on this plane, and have a feeling the moon has a lot to do with this. Saturn, other bodies, your astrology, our ancient history tells us this. And they're lying to the whole world. So, when they want to talk about all these mystery signals and all this stuff and this documentary and state all this stuff, I got to call it out like this for how I see it. With all the information and knowledge that I've gathered thus far and what I see on a daily basis and what I know is going on here. They got a lot of info they're not telling the people. But the biggest thing is this. They're already here. They landed on Mount Hermon. Don't forget it. When you wake up tomorrow, when you go into work, school, whatever it is. It's like Roddy Piper walking around in the movie They Live with those shades on. You need to be seeing the world for what it is. You need to take off the blinders. Put on them real eyes. Because real eyes real lies. And that's the truth. I'll leave a link. Make sure to follow me for more on Twitter. Join us every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Dabu77 for Underground World News Live. And there's like less than 10 tickets left for this knowledge conference. So if you guys want to be a part of it, email me quick, dabu7yahoo.com. It's March 30th, Cincinnati area. Much love, y'all. And eyes to the skies.